J Perm. We all know him, we all love him. A while back he made this video. As the title might suggest, he renamed some of the PLL algorithms because they had some pretty wacky names. He renamed the PLLs, but what about the OLLs? Lately his uploads have been slow, so I guess that he's been busy lately and he just never got around to renaming the OLLs. So I'm decided to take it off of his plate and do it myself. Just looking through this list and I realize, these guys, whoever made these names, are not that creative. I've got some work to do. Alright, starting off with this. Can you guess what this is called? Yeah, that's right. OLL 57. Okay, just a simple idea for some of the basic ones, like this one. I'd like to adopt some of the naming scheme from the PLLs, like we have A Perm, Z Perm, T Perm, J Perm, all those things. So that word perm is permutation for short, the step is permutation of the last layer. If this is orientation, how about we make that short? Ori. And then we can also adopt the letters and stuff for some of them, not all of them. I'll be a little more creative for some of them, but this one, I think it's just simple to call this the H-Ori. Coming up next, we have OLL 46. Fun, quick algorithm, where this whole bar gets preserved so you can predict PLL skips. I don't know. So if we kind of turn it sideways like this, it almost looks like a house or like a warehouse with like the roof suspended on the top and like the doorway in the front. But I really don't think that's good enough. I think we can stick with this, the same thing that we did for the last one, the H-Ori, and we can just call this the C-Ori. All we have to do is rotate it 180 degrees and it's just the letter C. So we can call this the C-Ori. At least this one actually has a name. This is actually OLL 36, but the name Large Lightning Bolt is a real name, and it makes sense, right? Because it's a lightning bolt, right? Okay, but how I see this is more like a letter M. Now, I'm gonna stop doing like the M, Ori, and whatever the letters, because I just want to be a little more creative than that. What else does this look like? Honestly, with a bunch of thought, I really haven't come up with anything. An interesting fact about this algorithm, this is one of the few algorithms I learned on my own. I didn't have to like learn it, I figured it out. So there's a fun fact about me in this algorithm, but I think the name Lightning Bolt, Large Lightning Bolt, I don't know, there's small lightning bolt somewhere. I think that name should stick. I think that's good. So this is the Lightning Bolt OLL. Ah yes, old OLL 29. This one's kind of weird. The name given to it, awkward shape. I don't know who came up with this stuff. Like, this is kind of whack. It's a weird name. It doesn't make much sense. It's not an awkward shape. It's a Tetris piece plus one. Like, I honestly don't know what to call this. You know what? I'm figuring out I might not be cut out for this task too much. You know, J Perm said that he would be the only one who'd be able to do this stuff. He just might be right. Okay, awkward shape is kind of weird, but, you know, my first impressions must go, right? So, Tetris minus one OLL is, I guess that's what we'll call it. Moving on. Oh, yes. I have some words about this one. We're all familiar with this, the Soon or Sune. I don't know how pronunciations work in English, but yes, this is the classic, super fast, super easy OLL that everyone loves. Apparently it's called OLL 26, which, screw the numbers. No one likes the numbers. Numbers are weird and confusing. Okay, you have to admit it. The name Soon is kind of stuck. We all like the name Soon, but when we first saw this, when we were beginners, this was the fish shape. No matter who you were, this was the fish shape. So this is what this has to be. This is the fish shape OLL. You cannot say it's not. Alright, interesting thing about this, I don't do dot cases, so this one's pretty slow for me, so naturally we have to call this the F-Ori. But on a more serious note, this is kind of like ... darker ... and then blah, blah, blah. The picture is like, if you blur your eyes out, it's kind of weird. So this looks like a checkerboard, but I'm a sophisticated man and I play chess. So we are going to call it the chessboard pattern because we all know that this is the checkerboard pattern and this is a coin name that we can't take away. So we must call this OLL the chessboard OLL. Ah, yes. OLL 17, apparently. This is the rare case where it is a dot case OLL that I actually know. Honestly, my first impressions when I saw this on like the jperm.net logo, picture thing, whatever you call it, my first thoughts were the game of life. No, not the board game, obviously. Does that look like a board game to you? No. The game of life made by John Conway, the weird one with all the squares that do random things when you put them in patterns, and it's really confusing in math, and like, am I a nerd for knowing what that is? This name's gonna stick. This is the Life Ori. Okay, look at this. Now we have this line case. Now we could go say it's an I Ori or an L Ori with the letter ski, but I think that that's not creative. If you look at the picture on jperm.net, you see the things on top and the horizontal thing. And you know what the first thing that came to mind is? Oreos. Yes, the fantastic chocolate cookies with the cream in the middle that everyone in the world loves. So, if we give it its proper name, this might be the best one yet. This is the Oreo Ori. Comment down below your opinions on these names, and I really hope I have served J Perm and the cubing community well by doing this act of service. I hope y'all think I'm right, well, because if you don't think I'm right, then you're wrong. So, like and subscribe, because I'm right, and these are the best names, and you like these names. So like the video, and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next one.